This is pure feeling of witness, whom you can't witness, you can only be. Pure awareness is the place you can't go beyond it. From here you can watch your I amness, the feeling of I am. Which is also not the body or mind, but just I would call I amness, which makes this body go. Pure awareness is beyond I amness. Pure awareness is where it has nothing to do with this body or mind or I amness. But to reach this pure awareness, you have to watch from I amness and then transcend I amness. I amness is the aliveness in us. When you sit in this aliveness, you become aware of this aliveness. This aware of aliveness is you. You are pure awareness. So you can say this I amness is the link between awareness and the body-mind. This is the door. And this I amness looks into this world using the body-mind. It becomes into the condensed consciousness of ego. But if you stay in I amness looking inward, you are pure awareness. beyond all the concepts. Self-effulgent. No one can define this pure awareness. You can only be. And you don't go to any other person to confirm whether you are in awareness or not. Because the person in you who always have doubts is dead. This is the state of beyond doubt. Even if you have a mind and the mind wants to enter into this awareness, it will be burnt. It will disappear. Nothing can stand here. No doubts can stay here. So when it happens, it just happens. And you tell others the path you took, the practice you did to reach here. But that's completely wrong. The person who took a path to reach here never entered here. It is like you take a practice of I-amness, and your mind helps you up to that extent that you sit quietly, you stay as awareness, as witness, and you sit and you sit and you sit. And it's like a door. Till that door mind can take you. The mind is not allowed to enter into it. Or even if the door is open and mind goes there, mind gets blind because of the awareness is so powerful. And once you as this ego and mind complex have surrendered, wants to enter the door, wants to enter the pure self, pure awareness. With the fire of this knowledge, mind is dissolved, ego is dissolved, Nothing is left. Just an empty void. So to call yourself as empty void, or call empty space or awareness, or call yourself as self, it doesn't matter. Because you have done a lot of things in this life. You played your role, and then somehow, with the grace of God, the grace of awareness, you had some attraction, pull towards it. And you decided now you want to stop this play. You want to give up this role. So this is nothing but giving up the role. And you enter into pure awareness, where the ego mode, the driver mode, the person who was driving the whole show, this life, is now retired. This is the true retirement. I have seen people retire and they get more busy. Busy with their grandkids, busy with their gardening, or busy with other things. They have just changed the type of work. It's a misnomer that they have retired. True retirement is giving up your role, abiding in your true self as pure awareness, and not picking up any task. And if any task is done by this body-mind complex, you just watch. You don't get entangled and frustrated and anxious. You don't have big plans. This is not a concept. This is not any new theory. It is very, very simple. To explain in a nutshell, all spirituality is that you got tired of this life. Not that you are depressed, but you have seen the suffering, the vagaries of mind, this roller coaster ride of joys and sorrows, thoughts and emotions. And now you want to rest. When someone dies, people say RIP, rest in peace. That's exactly what we all want. But don't think leaving this body will rest you in peace. Because the mind goes along with this subtle body. Mind is the subtle body. It will keep haunting you. Rest in peace will be a distant dream, even when you leave this body, if your mind is active. So rest in peace while living in this body. And when you leave this body, no one has to say rest in peace. You will be in peace. If you are not in peace before leaving the body, you will not be in peace after leaving the body. Body is insentient. It doesn't cause us any issues with our peace. It is the mind which causes restlessness. When you give up your role, you rest in peace. Peace of your awareness. If you understand this, you are free. But don't understand from your mind or from your intellect. Understand and be still. Don't move back into any roles. Drop your story. If you want to stay like pure awareness and also believe in your role, what you're playing, no one ever has done this. No one can do it. You have to choose one. Either the role you are playing or staying as pure awareness. We all are pure awareness, but we all are attached and attracted to this role playing, whatever we are doing, even though it is giving us suffering. But then mind will say it also gives us a lot of joy. I'm so attached to my grandkids, kids, spouse, partner, parents. How can I give up all this attachment? And then you can never be free. Till you have a role to play and you believe in that role, you can never be free. So who has to decide? Only you. If you are still loving your role, then leave all this spiritual task. And maybe worry about being pure awareness in next birth or whenever you feel like that. It's your own call. It's your own true calling. It's the grace of the awareness which pulls you in. And if that is true in your case, you have been the chosen one, then don't look back. Leave everything. Don't look back at all. Don't get anxious about what and if and not playing the role properly if I am not attached to the role. It's none of your business now. Till this body is there, something will be happening. You don't have to run away, escape, move into a cave. Let that role continue, but you don't care about that role. You don't have to go to work next day and tell them, I have given up my acting, I am pure awareness. They will think you are mad. So whatever role playing in mind of others is happening through this body, let it happen. All spirituality is that you are free from the body mind. Whether others feel that you are still attached to your body mind, or others feel you are an egoistic person, or others feel whatever about you, you don't care. You don't have to argue or defend. Because you know in your own pure awareness that you are free. This is the real retirement. And this retirement will rest you in peace forever, eternally. And now the body stays or goes, who cares? You're always in peace. Overflowing joy always keeps coming out of this pure awareness. And when you are like this, you realize that you were always this. It was a case of mistaken identity with the body mind. A name given to you, a profession chosen, a family given to you, a culture, a religion, a nation. Concept after concept after concept. But in pure awareness, you know that it doesn't matter. And from here, you know all the costumes of all the people might look ugly or bad or very good. Doesn't matter. Costume is a costume. King or a beggar, billionaire or a person who has no money, they are all in a role. You too had a role. You know, sometimes you meet old friends, and probably you were a wine lover at that stage, and they meet you after 20 years. They open the best bottle of wine for you, and you tell them, look, I don't drink anymore. They might get surprised that you loved this wine so much, how can you leave it? So give up your role wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Not one role. It's not about your job. Giving up all the roles as an individual and staying as pure awareness, untouched, untainted, uninvolved. Remember, as awareness, you can never get involved. In the dynamic play of consciousness, the body might be doing things, but the consciousness, awareness will be watching it. So, whatever things the body will be doing, you don't get frustrated if things does not materialize or there are losses. Stay as pure awareness. Love your own company as pure awareness. It is such a light feeling. In spite of having a body, you feel so light as a space. You don't know where you start, where you end. Stillness is your nature. Even when body is acting, you are still within. No movement at all. In pure awareness, you have no religion. No religion, no race, no culture, no nation. But you have so much of respect, love, reverence to all the beings who are looking to be in this pure awareness. Their paths or means can be different, but they all have the same thirst. And they become most dearest to you for the simple reason that you know they will be here soon in pure awareness. And you love them, you encourage them. In a way, you try to help them. Because the same grace which has helped you will help them through your own body mind complex. Even if you want to stop yourself doing that, you can't. Because there's no one who can stop, there's no one who is helping. Awareness, in its own mysterious ways, does all these works. This awareness picks up people, helps them through other people who are in awareness. And once they are established, then it makes them as instrument to help others to be in awareness. It's like from one candle, you light up another candle, and then another candle, and then another candle. It is so blissful and peaceful. More people in awareness, more there will be peace on earth, more light of their consciousness will enlighten the world. So one Christ, one Buddha is not enough. We need millions of them. And we all are them only. Just break your illusion of a doer, of a role player. Stay in your own silence as pure awareness. Initially, mind will be very restless because you are not giving any task to the mind. It will create doubts. It will ask you, how can you live like this as pure awareness? What will happen to the partner, kids, business, job? You just stay quiet in pure awareness. Believe me, everything will happen the way it has to happen. If things have to leave you, or a job has to go away, it will happen that way. Or if people start loving you more, or your salary is raised, it might have to happen that way. But remember this mantra, who cares? Because the one who was caring about this body-mind complex has disappeared. You can't trace that person anymore. Stay as pure awareness. Don't worry about the body-mind. The Almighty God is looking after so many body-minds, billions and billions. You're not something that important. You in form of body-mind I'm talking about. You also don't worry about this body-mind. Let the power which takes care of everything will take care of this also. You stay as pure awareness. Staying like an empty void, life becomes so simple. No one to impress, and you don't get impressed by anything. Your love doesn't discriminate anyone. And because you have nothing to do, there is no anxiety of anything. And as you have left your own body-mind, all the connections to the body-mind automatically leave you. You have retired eternally. Just see Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, when he used to sit in his silence for hours and hours. No role to play, nowhere to go, nothing to prove. People who loved him felt his grace, and people who came to argue with him felt his wrath. Why was that some people really loved him and some people found him to be indifferent? It was their own mind. He was always spreading his grace to everyone equally. It depends whether you were tuning with him or not. Look in his eyes, in his pictures. Those beautiful eyes look you not as a body or mind, but as pure awareness. Whenever I had doubts, I used to see his eyes only. All the doubts, all the anxiety disappears when you see his eyes. Eyes of pure seeing, eyes which are not judging anyone. We can't enter pure awareness with a critical mind, judging, analyzing, criticizing, liking, disliking. None of the concepts of mind can reach pure awareness. Once you stay in pure awareness, you will never regret. Some people they retire and then they are offered a job after 6 months and they take a job. When you ask them, they say, "Oh, I got bored of this retirement." But I will assure you that in pure awareness you will never get bored. Because the thing which gets bored can't reach here. That's your mind. Stay in your own silence. Don't move. Whenever your mind plays tricks, tries to pull you out, giving you a task, remember your pure awareness. No task left. Nothing to be accomplished. You're always complete. You have given up your role. Stay as your pure awareness. There must be a reason you have come this far. You can call your own choice, but I will call it grace. Have firm faith and belief in the grace of your own self and don't move. You are pure awareness. Stay like that. And be happy and contented. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace.